I'm chubby, you love me, you want me, come me. If you get me, then you lucky.
I love it when you call me Bigsexy. Hey y'all, we're back. And let's point out the obvious, y'all, because I'm gonna talk about it because it's like my big insecurity. I don't got a wig on, y'all. I got my natural hair today, and I'm feeling actually really beautiful. I think my tan got me popping. It's outside. I mean, it's beautiful outside. I was drinking. You know the good weather. Bring the hoe up out of you. I love it here. Once it's above 65,
it's summertime.
ho.
Time for them thighs.
You drink the Henny. If it's 65 and you got Henny up in you, the body temperature is about 82. I'm a big bitch, so I'm about 100. Yeah. I'm good, okay? And I got something covering me now, so it's about 92 up, all up and through here. So anyway, guys, today we have, of course, we have Miss Britt. She's a book. Want to say hello?
Hey, what up, y'all? It's Brittany the Muse, your virtual bestie here today on the Bigsexy's couch.
And then also we have Miss Nita back. Miss Bionic Nita. Want to say hello?
Bionic Nita. TF Nita. I don't want to cuss. And,
Okay.
That stand for the fuck?
The fuck Nita.
The fuck Nita.
I'm Nita. Bionic the fuck Nita.
I never knew.
I thought you was a fucking comedian.
I thought it was just like Thaddeus Franklin or something.
I'm just
comedian.
fucking funny. That's
Yes. Oh, a funny motherfucker. I'm sorry.
That's it.
A funny motherfucker. And then today we have a special guest, y'all. Khris.
It's your boy.
I want Khris to introduce himself because he is new today.
Okay, well, my name is Christopher Troy Baj Jr., Senior. I mean, I have a son, so I kind of get confused sometimes with the junior and senior. But AKA Senor.
Oh, okay. All right, Poppy number 2.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
welcome.
Turn your phone off.
I know.
better.
So, guys, now that we introduced everybody, and Tay is not here today. He cannot make it. We were supposed to have Tay and Khris here today because we was going to get a little spicy today.
Ooh, caliente.
Muy caliente. And I just want to start off with the spiciness. I'm not going to lie to you. So I feel that when men say, like they're very confident and be like, oh no, I mess with big girls. Coming from the bigger end of the spectrum of a big girl, I don't really like when men say that and they never mess with a woman my size. Now, again, your preference is your preference. I am totally fine that you like big women, but maybe you don't like a woman my size. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them like, oh no, hold up, wait a second. So this is why we don't do the natural hair, y'all.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna look anyway. But anyway, so for me, I want to know, like, I think when I ask a guy, have you ever been with a girl my size? Is that like a weird question to ask somebody? Like, would you feel awkward?
I wouldn't feel awkward because I'm attracted to all types of women. So
Okay.
beautiful women come in all shapes and sizes. Now, have I ever been in a situation or relationship with a woman your size? No.
Okay.
Would I? Probably, preferably. I mean, it depends on the circumstance. It depends on the situation. It depends on how I feel about her, how long we've known each other, and so forth and so on. But I just think it, depends on the scale, I guess.
So because you say, I don't know Khris, y'all. So because you say you mess with women of all size, would you, and be honest, would you more likely try it out, have sex with me, or would you be open to being in a relationship with a woman my size?
Well, it's, the sex thing gotta come first. You know what I mean?
No, of course, and that's fine.
Amen.
But
I know what the pussy like.
You don't,
Okay.
you don't buy a car without test drive.
That's a fact.
Okay.
so for you,
Test drive.
my size wouldn't matter to be in a relationship with me. It wouldn't if because I asked this because a lot of girls and a lot of girls my size, we don't feel a part of the like the the socially acceptable fat girl.
Okay.
We don't. And it's only because everything is my point of view. So it's what I've been through in my life. And what I've noticed with men, I'm always their first big girl. Like I'm sorry, I take that back. I'm always the first biggest girl they've ever been with. And I feel like that is the disconnection between us going any further than just fucking. And this is just something, this is my point of view, this is what I deal with, but a lot of women feel like this. And as I'm getting older and as I connect with so many different women of all different sizes, women literally tell me, like, it has nothing to do with you being big. Like, men are just trash. Like, men just want to fuck. Like, it has nothing to do with you being big. I don't want you to think that. And I want to believe that, but I've also, it's just happened too many times. So it's like, I'm in an age where it's like, I genuinely want to see your ex. Like, I don't even want to waste any time anymore. Like, I want to see, don't tell me that you like big women and 2 of your baby moms is thick and your last girlfriend is 120 pounds.
Wait, but
I don't want to talk to you.
You know, I always got to interject with my shit, right? But what if growth happened, right? And what if you've never experienced a relationship with just let's just say, the vibe was dope. I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I fuck with this girl. I don't give a fuck what she looks like. I'm not a man, so of course you're gonna have to answer this question. You want to spot the night, baby, because you're the only man here. But I feel like personally, like if you ask a man, like if you I'm sorry, I just got tongue tied because this drink is, what you put in this drink?
Southern Comfort.
I got tongue tied.
The beatbox fruit punch.
And I started sweating. She done made me a.
I'm sweating. I put the air down.
Yeah,
I knew what it was. Damn it.
I think you made a Nina fruit punch or something.
Bigsexy
punch. But anyway, I think that like men, like I think you should be fair. Like at our age, I think like a lot of norms and social media norms and stereotypes go into play with people's decision making. And I think when you grow up, you learn that shit is fake, that shit is false. Like, and you should probably get to know people for who they are. So I'm thinking at our big grown age, I think mature men would deal with you based upon their liking of wanting to deal with you. But again, we're going to have to put you on the spot and ask that question.
Well, for me, you know, we're not going to act like I've never been in a relationship before. We're not going to act like I've never dated before. We're not talking about that. But there's a certain type of man that will date a woman my size. And that's just like, you know,
called a secure man.
Okay, and then but you know, people put security in like the shit that don't matter to me, like motherfuckers that be on the grand flashing money and got all these cars. Those really be the ones that are the most insecure, and they want that aesthetically bad bitch by their side, so they can feel better about themselves. Whatever the car and the shoes and the sneakers and the flashing the money on the gram don't do for them, the bad bitch in their passenger will come together and what is it called? Bring, you know, whatever that's not what compensating or thing, the bad bitch will bring it all together. And that's not the man for me. And I know that when men like that come for me in my Instagram, I know they're just trying to fuck me. I know that they're never going to take me serious. And if I'm in it,
take them serious though?
I would never. At my grown age, when I was younger, that shit used to get me off. When I used to be. What?
Talk to me. Hold on.
When I was somebody's first big bitch and they was like the top drug dealer or like a good looking motherfucker, I'll be like, ooh, yes, I know I'm about to fuck the shit out of him. Like, all we doing is fucking. He's not going to watch. But I used to get off on it. Right. Now at worst. So guys, my perspective on stuff is from young.
What you want?
But now I actually back then didn't like when men used to be like, I love big women. Now there's a certain way you still can't do it to this day because I don't like stuff like that. But like I now want to know, like, have you been with a big woman? Because I'm really not a science experiment at this motherfucking point. Like I'm really not. Yeah, I'm not really not an experiment at this point. I actually want to know that you actually like what's going on. Before we even go any further. But back then, yes, I used to get off on being a man's first big woman or the biggest woman. Okay. And now I'm more of like, do you know how to ride this ride? Like, I really don't want to go here. Like, I'm not trying to add no more bodies. You know, we already reached a certain, you know, number that we're not trying to go any further than that. So, like I just said, I think, is it okay to ask a man that without turning them off?
Fuck if you turn them off.
You should definitely ask a man if if he prefers what you look like, for sure. Because to be totally honest with you, we all shallow in the beginning anyway.
Talk about it.
So if I'm meeting you in a shallow sense, let's just be honest in the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I think meeting somebody in the beginning is all attraction. I don't know you.
Because you don't know them, right?
I just think you're unless you know you meet somebody on social media and you guys have been like seeing each other's personality over like a long, and then you're single, they're single, and you guys, I already kind of know your personality, but you still actually don't know their personality.
Yeah, that's facts.
But it's attraction first. I hate people that be like, I actually don't think.
I don't like closet big girl lovers. Those are the ones I have an issue with.
Cause what are you embarrassed of? Like at our grown age, I don't
like they
want to
meet at night.
Am I Kanye West to this situation? Because am I delusional?
Let's find out.
What do you date females or?
I date all of them. I date everybody.
So with females is more so like they don't care.
No, but
they like what they like.
Like I would have to say that the guys that I've been attached to, connected to, are fine, attractive. That all women have, sought out. Maybe I have the delusion, and maybe I don't know what that world like. And this is why I'm here. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow. Because maybe I have the delusion of I feel like I'm her, and I don't know if it's so big. Like I don't care. Like if you don't like me, I don't even think about that as a factor. Because once you taste this nectar.
So I'm gonna educate her real quick, only because Brittany to me is acceptable fat.
Baby, we two Skittles away from the same size. Baby, you've lost a lot of weight. We are in the same class of weight class.
But I'm also very realistic. So anytime I say something, I am not coming at me. I think I'm absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Like,
Sure.
Like,
absolutely.
Like whenever I say anything, I am so realistic. It's scary to where you think that I'm bidding on my own self.
No,
but
not
I'm
at all.
realistic, and I know the reality of things. You are an acceptable fat girl. You have the physique, you have the butt, you have the flatter stomach, you have the titties. Like, we're speaking about like the girls like me. I'm not acceptably fat to men. Or not all men. I'm acceptably beautiful to all men. They're gonna be like, her face is absolutely gorgeous. Like, you can't deny that.
But then
this is stuff
that you don't even want to waste your time with a man who don't know what they want. You know what I mean?
I would never, guys. I've been in a relationship for 3 years, so I'm not back. I'm not even, out here. And I don't want to be out here. I think it's absolutely disgusting out here, to be honest. And I'm focused on me right now. That's why we're here every week, and then I'm working all weekend. I don't care about outside right now, but I just know the reality of it, and it's girls like you that don't get it because. I think, and we talked about this. You weren't big your whole entire life.
I was always thick, but I got always fatter. I got fatter as I got older.
Except you are the fat girl that you're like the starter pack fat girl.
In your eyes, they are.
Yeah, in yours.
But
no, we have our issues.
We have issues. Even at my size, I have my issues. Even when I was smaller, I had my.
So me saying that is not me telling you that you don't have issues with your weight.
I'm saying that you're saying acceptable
to you.
And acceptable to most men.
No,
it's not.
That's
it's
not
not
acceptable to most
I'm telling you from my experience.
Exactly.
The same way you're telling me, I can't tell you that you're delusional in this case.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that I'm accepted when I'm not, and I've experienced it.
I'm just Kanye.
Mine is going off.
I just don't give a fuck.
I'm just Kanye with it. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna come right back at you with some shit. I don't give a fuck. You either gonna like me or you don't like
and
me.
they like
I'm no longer gonna be a private big girl that you like.
Come on now, cousin.
I'm outside. I'm outside with
my
it.
cousin said.
That's a fact.
I'm no longer in the closet.
We're not closet big girls.
But that's where I'm at with it now. That's why I just said I used to get off on them wanting to fuck on me. I used to get off on, showing pulling them up or seeing them pull up to the club and be like, yeah, I was with them last night.
I like doing that for bragging rights.
I'm 35 years old. I'm talking about when I was 20, 21, 22, 19. I think I started clubbing at 19 with a fake ID.
I like to do it just to say, yeah, I had them.
But
that's
now,
crazy.
but I'm gonna you now that shit don't get
that's crazy.
The ones that like, oh no, I like this, that.
Wow, what's the point?
Like, there's guys right now that I'm still desirable. Like, I just was in a relationship, so I wasn't putting myself out there. But there's still men that clearly, and I don't know whether they want to fuck me, and I don't even care to find out.
So the guy that you was in a 3-year relationship with, how did you meet him?
Oh, that's a good
Instagram.
through Instagram. So that means that it's obviously guys out here that are attracted to you within the size that you are and are serious about pursuing you. So, I mean, it just comes down to a preference, to be totally honest with you. Like, whatever somebody's preferable size is, because like you say, you're always going to be pretty. Yeah. You know what I mean? So everybody's always going to approach you like that. But just like Britt was saying, like, some guys would consider her extremely big. Like, and that's just what it is.
So
like,
when I was saying that, I think, so again, with point of views and podcasts and all that, I'm sweating y'all. See,
baby,
again.
me too. Turn the air up.
Anyway, I'm about to, but we gonna have to take the camera off me or something. Put shit down. Take it off Brittany and she put.
No, that's all right.
Turn it out. Turn it out.
To what?
Boom. That's good.
69.
Right there.
Baby, we sweating in it.
69. My big
That's
sexy,
that big girl
my
shit.
big
He's
sexy
chilling like a
punch them
motherfucker.
punch.
I'm chilling.
We died.
The crazy part is that I used to be big myself. Like, I used to be a bigger guy. Like, at one point in time in my life, I was definitely like 270, 280.
He was a little thick.
Okay.
And they say I look like a teddy bear.
You're really tall, so you was thick.
No, he was thick though.
No, I was
very
thick.
thick.
I was thick. So at the end of the day,
And again,
my
so
preferable sizes.
when we come on these podcasts, guys, and this is something that I want to talk about in general, and not, I don't want to change the subject. We're gonna go back. We're gonna stay on this, but guys, these are people's point of views,
Right.
from their life experiences, from their lens, from what they've dealt with. Everything that I say is from what I've personally dealt with, and I can come here.
We're telling you what we personally.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, everybody's gonna have a different point of view, and I think that I'll tell you this thing, certain things I'm willing to listen on. Like, this is what I'm willing to listen on because this is deep to me. Because again, but I actually already know this. To a certain guy, I'm just gonna be, you just big bitch. I don't fucking know. And then to a certain guy, I'm gonna be a fucking elephant. Like, or what the fuck? Or, or your homies, you could be cool with it, but your homies gonna be like, God damn, that's who you fuck with?
Yeah.
Big as shit. But to the man I'm dealing with, everybody's gonna have. So again, what you said, and you said
Nobody's point of view matters
for me,
unless the man that you're with.
You're acceptably fat. But of course, you are right. To a certain man, no. Actually, to a big group of men,
I'm not.
You are
big as hell.
You're a big
but
bitch.
I'm that bitch. So like for me,
Yeah.
like I've dated guys, and here's something really personal I'm being transparent about. I've dated guys who have literally said to me, and I'm sure you've had the conversation as well, like, you're the biggest girl that I've ever been with. And then but they say it almost out of like, I don't know if it's like a shock or it's like, damn, I should have did this a little sooner. Like, cause goddamn, this is
fun.
This is you're just like everyone else. You know what I mean? Whatever. But like, I've been in situations where that was a conversation, and it caused a complexity in a relationship that I was in, because I've always felt like, are you thinking about me being big when I do certain things? Because
I love that you said that, because it made me feel more connected to you and just other people, because that is something that I always deal with.
Yeah.
I am, whether I
used to be shy.
Whether just a fuck or a relationship, I'm always the biggest person.
Remember I said that last week. When we have sex, I always kept a shirt on because I was so insecure with my top hat. But now it's like, nigga,
No, when I was younger, I was definitely first of all, I don't know, I probably can't post this clip, but when I lost my virginity on my 16th birthday. It was a horror story. For me, his dick was so big, and then I fucked him like a couple years ago, and I was like, oh, it's not that big. I mean, he was like, I told you it wasn't that big. He was like, it was your first time. I mean, he's a little girthy, he's a little good, but anyway. So he like ruined me. Like, that just shit. It was a fucking murder scene. It was bloody. So I just didn't have sex.
Cherry.
Yeah, well, but it was like big for me. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I didn't have sex again for like a year, but I was just really comfortable with him. He just had that comforting like way of him. But I literally
am I hearing the door? Am I tripping? I'm sorry.
Are y'all pussies attached to your heart? Do y'all have that string connected?
Is my pussy attached to my heart?
Yeah. Like, you can't fuck a nigga unless you have feelings for him?
Yes. My pussy is attached to my heart.
That's a good question.
Definitely.
Okay, so for me, I'm older now. So when I do have that connection with somebody, yes, it is completely attached. The sex feels amazing. We talked about this because we have somebody that, we both had, and you were like, Nina, when you're done.
Know what you're talking about. That's in my past.
Yep,
anything.
She would say like, and it was another girl.
I'm a virgin.
It was another girl I knew that messed with him too. You know, he messed with the whole fucking city at this point. But anyway, she even said like, Nina, when you done being in love with him, like the shit not that good. But I was in love with him at that moment. But for me, I am half and half. So like when I'm attached to somebody, I'm in love with somebody. It just is amazing.
I
but I also can have sex with people and not give a fuck.
Yeah, I cut that umbilical cord.
Like I don't feel nothing. But for me, when I have sex with people, when I have sex with people that I do not love, it's not the full experience. I won't suck their dick. Like that's just a big thing for me. That's like very intimate for me. Kissing, like it could be for a little bit, but I'm not like going in, you know, because I don't know.
Kiss him, but you're not gonna suck his dick.
That's my favorite.
Well, because
kissing,
do you want your pussy ate?
On some
they
real.
usually always.
That's a major part for real.
I never
I
met a man that
enjoy receiving getting my dick sucked right before.
So
I
actually,
jump into some good vagina. That's like it's like a combo. It's like good head, good vagina, bang bang.
So can I tell you that in my adult life, I usually always meet men
and a tea
that are
but large tea. You gotta have everything.
It's so funny. I talk about this all the time. When I put it to my close friends, the guys that know me for so long, that literally they'd be like, Nina, you, because I be putting stuff in my close friends sometimes be funny about like sucking dick, and they'd be like, you've never sucked my dick, or you sucked my dick one time when I first met you.
Question: do you suck dick for your enjoyment?
Yes, it makes me like I will suck like I love it. It doesn't matter where. Like,
have you ever nutted from sucking dick?
I've never done that, but it's just like a. It just feels. I don't know what it is. It just connected my mouth and I'm wet down there. I'm wet down there instantly from. But again, the reason why I don't do it with everybody. Because it's not that same feeling. Because I don't like. Not that I love sucking dick, but it has to be with somebody that
Round of applause for sucking dick and loving it. Round of a motherfucking applause.
I'm legitimately the complete opposite. Like I would rather suck your dick than give you my pussy.
What?
So,
I've heard that before.
Shout out to the girls that love sucking dick.
I
We
love
you guys out here. We love you.
I'd rather suck your dick than give you my pussy because I just personally feel like it's more personal. You're entering my vessel. You're entering my spirit. Like me, when I give you head, I'm showing off. This for me. It's to be like, yeah, nigga, imagine what that pussy like.
Don't have
you
a good beat on.
Night.
Don't have a good song going.
I don't need no song. You can play fucking. I don't need no fucking music.
Like,
No,
what's
the
that
music
song?
has the rhythm. Like,
what? Or I got something in my head playing, but I don't
got shit playing in my head. My whole body when I'm sucking. Like I said, when I'm sucking
music
somebody,
takes over my body.
it's a ministry for me.
So music
I
takes
love
over.
it. I love it, but I love it like I'm not gonna now.
But you would rather suck a dick
than fuck them, like especially someone random. Like, and I know that sounds really
rather get
ass
head.
Backwards, but I'd rather suck his dick than
They
fuck
say it in songs now. Niggas rather you suck their dick than give them the pussy. They say it in song lyrics all the time.
I don't know where your dick been.
I don't know. It's just a lyric for real nowadays.
I could put a condom on.
Yeah.
Like so I have a big thing with like STDs and all that. So like I'm very
that's
scared.
fair.
of
You don't
everything.
suck everybody.
You don't suck everybody's dick.
I
But I'm
know,
saying
but
if it
I'd
comes
rather
to
just
this-
fuck you with a condom. We don't, and I'm not putting your. I don't know.
You're right. No, you on the STD tip. You absolutely right.
For sure.
But I would rather suck your dick than fuck you initially. Like, see me, I'm kinky, so like I might just be in a car with it. Like,
Yeah,
what up?
That's what I'm trying to say.
The night is still young.
I'm very
can you
like I
drive
want
home?
to suck a dick everywhere, like
Yeah.
without my person or whoever I'm dealing with at the
Right.
moment.
That's
But
what we're saying. Not no
it's-
random.
Yeah, not no random.
Well,
But yeah, no.
So where's the most outrageous place that y'all have given head before?
69th Street.
That's a long block, shorty. Where at?
No, it was just like it was 69th Street. Like it was popping.
Is there statute of limitations on shit? So they pull up like camera footage.
Target on
It's more than like 8 years.
Oh,
Can't have it.
what was that, cousin? What was that, cousin?
Did you say Tarjay?
Yeah.
in the parking lot.
Oh, in the parking lot. Okay.
You know where they make the new Chick-fil-A that's owned by the black lady?
Oh.
Shout out to you, sis.
Oh.
You know, right
Shout out.
around
For
there.
sure.
Not
For sure.
a fellatio plug alongside Chick-fil-A.
I like that.
It was prior to it being Chick-fil-A. Filet. Excuse
It
my
was
French.
Chick-fil-A. To my cousin.
With the cheese sauce.
I'm cracking up. Not
It was no cheese sauce, I promise.
Chick-fil-A. Got
That's
it.
funny as hell.
Okay, so if there's not a statute of limitations, and I won't get in trouble because if you pull up the camera footage,
Well, don't say the location.
it was a long. I have to. That's,
Well, just say what it was, not where it's at. I ain't bailing you out, and I don't take.
It was a
jail
long
calls.
time. It was a really long. I've been in Philly for 7 years. It was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck y'all. It wasn't me.
So where was it?
It was the bigger you.
Okay, so
feel
all right. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my
New person.
God. So if anybody knows Bacon, you know Big Bangs on
Yeah.
yeah,
Parkside.
I think it's
beefing up.
Parkside now.
It's my
So
spot.
you know across the street, what is that building?
The municipal building
Yeah, the steps.
where niggas be skateboarding and stuff.
That's lit.
That's
I
not
was
even that
fucking on the
bad.
steps. I fucked my back up.
I did suck dick in
so-
the park of Germantown.
We've all sucked
right
dick
before
in the
right
park.
before you got into
I did
Everybody
Kelly Drive. I
Everybody
got caught.
sucked
Oh
dick
my
in the
God. I
park.
got caught on Kelly Drive. But mind you, I didn't get caught sucking the dick. This is what happened. So I was already sucking the dick. It was late already at night. So we was getting ready to fuck. You can just a little bend over or whatever. This couple was there but wasn't saying anything.
Oh,
They
shit.
let the dick suck happen. But when I went to go pull down my pants to get bent over, they started laughing. I said, "Oh, bitch, what?" I said, "Oh yeah, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here." They let the dick suck happen though.
Because they wanted to see that, but it was like, all right, now y'all going to
All right, bitch. All right, now you about to pull your ass out. Time out. Time out.
enough is enough. We don't watch the dicks. We don't let them. But they hate us though. 'Cause they could have let you got off. They corny. as
I
shit.
mean, have
was
anybody
crazy
ever,
place.
has
Baltimore.
anybody ever made
Baltimore?
made someone make a phone call while they were sucking dick? I used to do that. That used to be my kink.
Wait, what?
Like it was a kink of mine. Like I used to like
Pick up
call
phone
somebody,
calls.
while I suck your dick. I didn't care who it was.
Okay,
That was a kink of mine. I was a.
duly noted.
It's fun. It's fun because it's like when you see them react, it's like I'm gonna suck your dick so crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna know
Yeah.
something's on.
No, I'm definitely okay. No, I used to have a guy. He wasn't dealing with his baby mom, so I don't want y'all to think I was doing it to be an asshole. He literally hated his baby mom. Like I knew that they co-parented. It wasn't nothing. Like I knew they did not deal with each other. I swear on like they did not deal with each other. But when she would call, like we would be doing stuff. He'd be like, I don't give a fuck. He'll put it on mute. Like, I don't give a fuck. Suck that dick. It would turn me on though, because he really being mean to her. I was young, y'all. He was really being mean to her, and it would just make me wonder, like, cause he was trying to hold it. Why does that turn? Is that weird? That turns us on? Cause I'm trying to make him like talk normal, but he can't because he wants.
I don't know. I have a good baby mother, the mother of my son.
Okay, this was a long time ago.
Shout out to his baby mom.
Shout out to his baby mom. Hey y'all, he would never do that.
We're not together. We're not together, but
but shout out
we
to
good.
him.
We are an amazing
Most-
co-parents.
Listen, most good guys be having dickhead baby moms, and most good baby moms have dickhead baby fathers.
That's a fact.
So it's beautiful to see
I love that.
two parents that can co-parent in peace.
I love that.
That's a
I love
beautiful
that.
thing.
I love that. So, y'all, I want to get into a really, really spicy topic, and I'm gonna let Britt ask it.
Oh, it's my turn.
It is a
Oh,
it is
all
a
right.
yes,
Hold on.
sir.
Let me get it together.
I wanna get
because this is
comfortable.
serious. This is a serious question. Because I've been noticing on like Facebook, social media, you know, with the way of the world and the think times are changing, bills are being signed, a whole bunch of stuff is happening in our world today. So I posed a question on Facebook that was, do you believe that transgendered women should disclose that they are trans? Okay, let me repeat it. Should trans women disclose that they are trans women when pursuing, dating, or dealing with heterosexual men?
Yep.
I believe so.
Facts. Off rip.
Because you let that person choose whether or not they want to continue with you. You know what I mean? It's like you're playing tricks with them. Like you're playing how to go see what your past and what you really are. You feel what I'm saying? It is. It's because it's like you can't catch me peeing. You can't catch me doing this. It's like let that man know whether or not
No, that's
if
facts.
he still want to pursue something with you. Let him make that choice. Don't make that choice for him.
Right.
I have a really
And people don't play with their feelings.
I have a big relationship with a lot of trans women, a lot of gay men. So for this one, it's a little bit more touchy for me because I've seen some things that are just really sad to me. You know, The Secret Society, that movie and stuff like that. That really broke my heart because I actually seen it firsthand. I think that there is such a deep-rooted phobia in the Black and brown community that it really makes it hard for them to do exactly what they would want to do. I think that in a perfect world, I think a lot of them would love to come out and be honest and fall in love with the man and say, hey, listen,
But there are men out there that accepts that.
There is, but there's such a
The thing
it's
is,
scary.
what I see with a lot of trans women is they usually want the one that don't want them. And that's what a lot of women, period. But what I'm saying is you're playing with a regular woman playing with a man's feelings will get her killed. So what do you think a trans woman playing with a heterosexual man feelings?
I think that goes hands in hand with females. I think females always love the man that genuinely does not want them.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh,
That's
so like literally.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just like, no, I'm just saying, just in general. So it's like, just imagine, like, he may just, you can't play with people's feelings.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say. Like, you just can't.
But I think that if we lived in a more accepting world for our community, I can only speak on things from my point of view. I'm a Spanish
maybe
woman.
accepting, but it's
I'm
not
around the
accepting to
black
a man
community.
that identifies as straight.
Yeah, because I was.
You have the same way they
I
want
think
us to
that once you
respect
get
them.
to a
You have to
certain
respect.
point,
You have to respect them.
Yeah.
So for me, I know girls that you know, and they are girls. You know, that's I am very respectful in that manner. They are girls. If that's what you want to identify as, you are a girl to me, and I will not question it until you step
To question me.
We'll go into that.
To question me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's my issue.
I am very accepting if you want to be a girl and you want to live your life as a girl, I am so okay with that until we cross territory that for me, all right, now we're gonna have to get, we're gonna have to go somewhere else with it. But for me, if you identify as a woman and I see you as a woman, that's what we're gonna go with. But I know girls, and again, they're trans women, so we'll be, because we need to figure. They're trans women. They look like women,
trans women,
but they will go out and it will be their own version of I'm good. But men don't want to hear that because they're attracted to them, and they don't want to just be in the club because again, it's not safe for them.
No one wants to be deceived.
But this is my thing. If again, this goes into men taking no for an answer. If you walk up to a woman and you are trying to talk to them and they say no, it is nothing more past that.
Okay.
It's a no. I'm okay. I'm saying this because I have a deep tie to the transsexual community. And I know, that's why I said this is my point of view from my life. These girls I know go out and out of respect, I'm not going to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Let me enjoy my time here.
Okay, so what about the case when they do? So like now we're engaging.
Okay.
Now I engage. Now
Right.
now I
Now I
accept
think
it.
you're
Now I've
female, and I
accepted
gave you
this.
my number.
I've accepted this offer.
So
Do you
here is
think-
where- so
do you
here is
think
where
she
my
should
answer-
say
so-
I'm actually a trans woman.
So here is where my
or should
answer-
she not disclose it?
And I want to say this because again, I'm so close to them, so it really hurts me. This is not something that I'm just talking about, and I actually
Speak
it
the
hurts
truth.
to me. But I'm gonna speak my truth.
Yeah.
Once you get to a certain point with them, and I'm talking about,
What point?
I think
needs
the
to
first
be in the
Initially.
beginning.
the first I
the
think
first conversation.
Everybody needs to be upfront from the beginning, whether or not
upfront.
you want.
But I do not think it should happen in a club. I do not think
No,
alcohol should be
no, what
involved.
I'm-
I do not think nothing like
once
that.
I give you my number, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we on the phone, and we're talking and we're vibing. I think you need to tell me, because right now, I'm open. If I'm vibing with you and I'm on the phone with you and shit, I'm opening that door. Don't let me open that fucking door and you come out and say that you're not.
But Nita, can I say this? That even when they do that, it's still unsafe for them. It goes into oh, I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna tell everybody how to
It's
fuck.
more even. It's more safe to do it in the beginning than it is to do it in the
later.
end.
It's safe
Once
for
some-
who though? It's
once-
safe for the man.
I
It's
have a
not
trans
safe
uncle.
for
I have
the
a trans uncle.
It's
transsexual.
public. Before it's public that you see.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say something? I have a trans uncle, and
Is he trans female or trans male? I mean, is she trans female or is he trans male?
he's a man.
Okay.
He's a man currently.
Okay.
And
Currently, and he was born a female.
Pursues life as a man.
Okay.
And he's actually getting married on April 20th. So shout out to that union. But he has always told me that he is and always has been forthcoming with information off the buck. Like as soon as he meets a young lady, because he's attracted to
He dates
women.
women.
Yes,
Yeah.
he dates women. He's marrying a woman. He has that conversation with her off buck. Like he's not a big drinker or big smoker, so he can have a conversation like that in the bar. And if it pursues past that, then it is what it is. It's cool or whatever. But I understand what you're saying about how dangerous it is for
safety.
for
And
trans
nothing
women.
and not taking away from your uncle. It is so different for the born woman turned into a man. It is a different conversation. It is so unsafe
I have
for
both
the
sides of my
trans
family.
woman.
Yeah.
And I said, I know this firsthand. It is so unsafe. Even when you want to be honest, and I think it comes from the deep-rooted homophobia in the Black and brown community. I'm sorry. I think they want to be honest, but they can't be.
I get
But
what
do
you're
they
saying.
don't are they, and this is I'm completely ignorant in the certain circumstances or whatever, but don't they have like clubs and certain areas where people who are trans or gay can go and feel comfortable within that
So
space?
I'm
that
so
they
happy
know
that you
they're
said
not,
this.
Like,
I think
causing
that
any barriers.
Can I say this, Chris? And because this is, when I tell you this is deep to me, this is really deep to me. So this is all serious for me. That is the same thing with telling a fat person that why don't you just go to an all fat club?
I'm not saying
I know what you're saying.
They shouldn't go or can't go. I'm just saying don't like.
I just feel like I am so. This is a subject for me that I don't do homework for nothing that I talk about. We just talked about this. I don't do homework for shit that I talk about this because this is me. Whatever I said out my mouth, I don't even like to tell y'all what we talking about because why y'all need to do homework on shit? Just talk. Say what you feel.
Right.
This is so deep to me because I have had gay friends be beat up. I have had a cousin that was scared to come out the closet because of my family not knowing what they were going to think and lying about it. And shout out to my cousin Jesse. I actually outed him being funny on MySpace, and I really was being funny. And then he took the post down, and then like a year later he came out to the family. And I was just being funny, and I was being ignorant at that time. I was, but this is bigger than and we're all gonna have different points of view, but this is for me actually knowing how unsafe it is for a trans woman to just come out and say, I'm a man. Not because of her insecurities. She wants to live life free. They want to live life free.
So I absolutely agree with you on safety, and I understand where you're coming from when you come from that perspective, because yes, we talked about this earlier. The ego tied to heterosexual masculinity is big. So if I was actually saying this on the phone. I feel like if I pursue you and I believe that you are a heterosexual or cis woman, and I come to you as a heterosexual male or a cis male, and I believe that you are, from what I can see, a female, and I talk to you, and then like things get complicated. Let's say it get heated in the club. People fuck people on the same night they meet them, and it gets heated in the club. I feel like you should, if I'm under the pretense that you're a woman and you know that you have a penis that is still on your body, you should say to this person, I have a penis. Now, where I agree with you in is, if you do, you still kind of in danger because somebody's ego might just, because they might sock you. They might sock you.
So for me, the deep-rooted, when I keep saying deep-rooted homophobia.
Yes, it exists.
Let me say something to you. When a man, a heterosexual man, finds somebody on the internet or somebody in real life beautiful because they are exuding a woman.
Right.
They are dressed like a woman. Their hair is done. They are beautiful as a woman.
Right.
When you find them attractive and then you find out they're a man, is it your insecurities that make you feel gay? Because you were attracted to a woman.
But are you speaking on the ones that feel gay or the ones that be like, damn, like,
no, the ones that literally go off and be like, oh man, I ain't gay, man, fuck out of here. Yo, you were attracted to a woman.
It's toxic masculinity.
Right now, Chris, you just met me. And you find me beautiful or whatever, doesn't matter, her, whatever. And I tell you later on tonight that I was born a man.
I would be pissed. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But why are you pissed? Because you found me attractive?
That should have been no. It's not because I found you attractive. It's because the conversation when. It's just I just feel like the conversation should be had initially. Like as a man being in the club, like when I pursue you and when I come up to you, I'm coming up to you as a heterosexual man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in my intent within this conversation, I think that I'm talking to a woman. So if you know that I'm a heterosexual man or believe that I am, that's the initial conversation.
Right.
Like, oh, look, as soon as I walk up to you, like, this may not be what you want because I
was born male.
Like,
please,
we gotta
identify
because then now, and I know just like you said that there's always gonna be ignorant people, but at the end of the day, now you give me an option to not react.
Right.
But this is my thing though,
think it
because
hurts
okay, let's just say
more.
this is Chris came, and this is one of Britt's friends. I feel like this is my podcast, like, you know, wherever here. I feel like I wasn't born a man before they're like, Bigsexy got a dick.
She got a dick.
Bigsexy was
knew it was
born a
something up
man. I knew her voice was deep as shit. She was lying. My voice is just deep, y'all. But no, I'm saying that I feel personally, I'm sorry, that if you were coming to my podcast and I was actually born a man and I wasn't ready to tell the world that, I really don't think that's any of your business during a podcast. Now,
But this is a different type of conversation.
We're talking about
though.
sexual.
I'm
We're
talking
talking about
about me
dating.
approaching
So
you.
yes,
We're talking about dating.
these cameras come off and you
real quick,
decide that
y'all.
you want to get my number and you want to talk to me. Yes, I do think
That's what
that
we
I
saying.
should tell you. I'm not. So what I'm saying is that I'm not disagreeing with it should be told. What I'm saying is that
The safety
the
measures.
person's reaction
Right.
is off of their insecurities.
If they react like
If
an
they
ass.
react like a fucking
Yeah,
dickhead,
for
it's
sure.
their insecurities. And
If
I'm gonna
somebody
be real
play
with
with
you.
your feelings, you're going to be pissed.
That's true.
Right or wrong.
But this is
That's
my
true.
thing, though.
So
When you're
listen,
playing
so
with
But
the
you're
feelings.
not
hold
telling
on,
me
hold on,
you're not telling me that information is based off of your insecurity
Exactly.
too.
But me
Exactly.
not.
But
Can I
listen,
say
but
this real
wait,
quick?
wait,
Can I
wait.
say
You should be
this?
secure enough
Me
in
not
your- in your
telling
life
you.
choices
Me not.
that you
I'm not
tell
a
me
trans
off, but-
woman, but I know what it is.
We know, baby.
Me not telling you is based off of my fear
Yeah.
for
Right.
my own life.
Safety. Yeah.
But listen, this is where
It's
it comes.
not
This
right,
is,
but
that's
what
why
you're
you tell
saying
them
is
in the
true.
beginning before you start going out in public. People start seeing you, feelings start getting involved, doors start opening. Now you're playing with someone's emotions. That first initial
Yes.
conversation that you have, that should be let out. So for one, I'm not seen in public with you, so nobody would know.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? For two, it's safety. He doesn't know where you live at. He's
Right.
not in your face.
Yep.
He's not anything. That first initial conversation was like, "Hey, how you doing? Listen, let me tell you this."
I
It's
say
just
this
because-
a lot. I say this a lot. I just, like I said, for me, and it's just one of them, like, this is just how I feel.
It is
because of what
somebody
I
else's
say.
business to know whether or not what they're doing.
I get that it's somebody else's business, but I also do not like for them to look like bad people because they didn't. Because again, it's their safety on the line.
I
And
agree.
I don't even like, I've been through something, and shout out to she knows who she is. She went out. She's she's fucking gorgeous, and I knew her before she transitioned. She used to get hit on as a boy. Like, her face is like, just beautiful. And then we lost touch with each other. We came back and she fully transitioned. And what I do not like is, because then I feel like you bitches are haters. She goes out to straight clubs, which she's allowed to, but she's always very, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. I'm cool. That's on. I said I was cool. It doesn't matter why I said I was cool. Leave me the fuck
That's
alone.
fair.
If you want to take it any further than that, that's on you. I'm gonna get your number because now you're making me uncomfortable.
No.
So now to exclude this conversation, I'm gonna get your number.
No.
But what I don't like is
No, you lost me on that.
yeah.
You lost me on that.
see, no.
You have to. That's the part you lost me. Now, if you do it for safety reasons and never call them just to get them out your face, that's
No, that's what I mean.
Oh,
Just-
okay,
No,
okay,
that's
okay,
what I
okay.
meant. That I'm gonna give you my number right now because you're making me
Oh, okay.
uncomfortable. I'm
That's
telling
fair.
you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no,
That's
no.
unfortunate. That's fair.
Yeah,
being
that's
a
fair.
woman.
Like, you're making me uncomfortable.
have to
Let's
do
do
that.
But what I don't like, and she told me this, and it pissed me off. It was somebody else that knew her tea, told this person her tea at the club.
Wow.
Right
Well,
now, that I
that's
don't
not
agree with.
You
I
are
think they should tell
asking to-
themselves.
You're asking to get somebody killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Things like
yes.
that I do agree with, but as far I think you should tell your own business.
Yes. You should.
I
tell
think
Don't
no one
tell
else should
my
tell
business.
you. Yeah, no one should tell.
That's
that-
my,
your
these
person's
people,
business.
these people, and I hate to say, because we gotta be tread careful with these people. Though, y'all know I talk the way I talk. I call everybody y'all. I call everybody bro. You could be a bitch. You could be a guy. I call everybody the same shit. So between me and you, we already know how this goes. I'm trying to tread carefully here, but I also got to be myself in the same sentence. That is not right for you to be. First of all, I feel like you was hating. I
Yeah,
feel like you was
for
I feel-
sure.
I feel like, and mind you, she's a bad bitch. She's a bad
hating
bitch.
and also trying to let people know,
sure.
like, just in case, because it's
Just out
an
there.
ignorance.
Just so you know,
It's
that's
an
the boy.
Yeah, it's an
Like,
ignorance to it.
And you're a fucking hater. Like, you're a hater. Why are you telling somebody's tea? But in the world that we live in, I cannot have a point of view from no other world than the world that I am from, which is the black and the brown community. That, and I'm going to go back to what I said, that deeply rooted transphobia
Agreed.
is why they are scared to tell their tea. I think
But
that
I think
And there are
sometimes it comes from home too, because if you get that acceptance from home when you come out, I think it helps you in the world. But when you have to be in the closet and be sneaky with it, and then your parents, family members treat you wrong, because it makes you want to keep that secret. And I get that, because I would say I'm bisexual, so I identify a little bit with it. So it's like when I came out, no, I'm saying when I came out, my mom, it would cause friction.
Right, I understand.
It caused friction with some of my girlfriends who I babysat their kids for years, and they told me when I came out, they didn't want me to babysit their daughters.
Wow.
God.
Exactly. Are we friends now? No.
Wow.
And it just it changes a lot.
Right.
It's a lot.
is real.
And it's real.
Homophobia is real.
But homophobia goes back to slavery, because the slave owners used to demasculate the men by fucking them in front of their families. So shit goes back. You feel what I'm saying?
Can I tell you that? And
some men, they aren't comfortable with that shit, because it takes them to a sour place. You feel what I'm saying?
I like to be honest. Nita told me this. We were having just a little rundown of what today was. And, I will not sit here and say that I know everything about slavery and everything about the racism. I don't know. But for me, I always want to know. And I want to know what I don't know. And what I haven't educated myself on at this point yet, please educate me. And that right there.
It was a name for it. I can't remember the name for it, but it was, yeah.
And that, but
I'm a
so for me,
historian.
again, I talk about all the time that I'm Spanish. And I remember the first time that I saw a picture of my great grandparents. I will never forget. They are dark. And I told my mom, I said, who is that? They was like, that's your great grandparents. I was like, they're black. I'm a kid, I'm like, they're black. And she was like, yeah. She was like, well, I was darker when I was younger. My grandparents were of darker skin. She was like, yeah, Nina, we're darks. We come, we're, our family in Puerto Rico, they're dark skinned. So I know that I am traced back to being black. This is also part of my history as well. It's just, were we taught everything in school? Hell the fuck no. It's what you choose to learn.
That lady. What's that lady name? The human race. Who teaches about
the white lady. She was like, if you could choose,
excuse me, of the human race. It's only one race.
I'm sorry, but she's the older white lady. She got that clips, and she was like, if you could choose to be a black person, would you? Are you talking about that one?
I love her.
Okay, so I do know.
I did. Auntie.
I did.
I do.
Why?
Because I just did.
Don't
where I see color. I do.
Well, the thing is that life has
not saying she didn't
but this
see
is my
color,
thing.
but we
life
weren't
has
supposed
taught you
to
to
be
see color.
separated like
You're
that.
right.
You
life
know what I mean?
has taught us to see color, and it sucks.
And that's fucked up, but
it sucks. But for the most part, it's just like, I want to see color. I like that I'm Spanish. I like that you black,
and I
like that you white.
I love being black.
For sure.
But I think
her
like
teachings
that
is
you
more
see
so
color.
like how they put on the map that Africa is so small when it's not.
Yeah.
She talks about all that shit, and that's what I like about her, because no, Africa is not all them in fucking huts dancing around. No, they got
beautiful in
skyscrapers
Africa.
It's the
but they
richest
don't
land in the
teach you
world.
that
That's why they
shit.
keep robbing it.
They do not
this
teach
is
you
the
that
thing
shit. They
with
teach
racism
they
and
show
all
you about
that
the
shit.
flies on the kids' eyes and shit, salmonella and shit, or whatever.
But can I tell you though, with racism, the shit's still here.
Yeah.
That's why
Ain't
we
going nowhere.
think that Africa is poor, and it's not. They don't want you to know that Africa is a beautiful place and a rich place. The racism is still alive, and I want to segue it back into. I want to talk about because it all goes in with each other. Along with the and I told you I do have a different point of view because lately it's been getting a little spicy.
It has.
And I'm actually now gonna have to. I told you my point of views. I told you that what the connection I have and how I feel. No, it is not. And I want to make this a whole piece. I feel that the deeply rooted transphobia in the Black and brown community has made it very hard for trans women to live their life. I'm sorry that I'm not bringing trans men into this because I think it's just way easier for them. But for trans women, I think that the deeply rooted homophobia in our community has made it very hard for them to live their life. And, just like I like what I like and you have your type and you have your type, and sometimes our types are toxic, they are allowed to have those. I'm sorry.
I felt that that was a personal
Well, bitch, guess what? As my mom says, and we taught her a long time ago, shots fucking fired.
How?
But just like that, they're going through the same thing. They're finding out that the men that they like are also toxic, and the men that don't like them back, or the men that are married and fucking them on the side, they're going through the same things that we are going through, but it's just harder for them. And if you have not watched Secret Society on Tubi, maybe that will get 1 and 2. Maybe that will give you a little insight to stuff that I have seen for a long time. But we're gonna move over to this one.
I was about to say.
There is, I am not okay with now I have to be identified as cis. What am I called now?
Oh, a cis woman.
A cis woman. Let me explain something to you. I do not care how you want to live your life. I love everybody, and everybody knows that. I love everybody, and this started a long time ago. I'm just who I am. I love everybody. But don't get crazy.
Well, before you start, he needs just to educate people, because people may not know what cisgendered means, and I pulled up the definition so I wouldn't misquote it. Cisgendered is a term that is used to describe people whose gender identity matches the sex they were assigned at birth.
It's too
Thank you.
many little shits. I am a
Brit is my
female.
brain sometimes, and
Because he asked what is cisgender, because
I'm glad.
that's
So
a question. But when speaking in the LGBTQ community,
he is so confused,
You
and I wish
have
you could
to-
get
No,
him being so confused.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a new one. I didn't. I haven't.
Oh
Heard
yeah,
of
so
that
we
one
are
before.
supposed to
We're
identify as cis because
female,
we were
cis
born.
male. We were assigned this birth. We were assigned this at birth.
But that's because they want to.
Girls
they
have
want
vaginas, men have penises.
Okay. And we're gonna go into a clip, not right now, but we are gonna go into that clip. This is my thing. I am all for, and this is past trans, this is past the gays, this is past everything. I am so big on people living their life what sees fit to them is happy. Please do whatever you see, because
For sure.
we only got one of these, and this shit is tough. So whatever you use to cope through this shit, please do so. As long as you are not harming yourself or anybody else, please do what makes you happy in this life. If you want to live, if you felt since you were 2 years old that you were not who you were supposed to be, and then you took the steps to become who you are supposed to be, I respect you and I love you for taking that journey, and I will call you whatever you want me to call you. But once you start questioning who I am,
Talk about it.
I'm not dealing with it. I'm sorry. I think there is a perfect balance between fantasy and reality. And I am very sorry. You can be a woman all day and call yourself a woman, and I will call you a woman, and I actually will have your back to somebody who questions that. No, not questions if you're a woman or not. Questions, what's up, bro? Don't do that.
Yeah, don't disrespect.
Don't do that.
You clearly see that I'm giving woman, but
Don't do
but
that
you got to
around
be
me.
careful with that. You need to ask people, what's your name, or what are your pronouns, or it was not
But
pronouns.
this is
call bro
the
all
so
the time.
hold up. I
Wait,
want
is
to
it
run.
pronouns?
I want to
No,
run this
pronouns.
clip. I want to run this clip, and then we are gonna, because that's perfect. I want to run this clip, and then we're gonna go right into that.
Make it a little
This
sweet
is, in
with it.
fact, how we have gotten to this place in our culture, because people are too afraid to just say what they actually think about this, and because we've been so afraid, and a lot of it is our politeness, our empathy being used against us in such a way that this lie, this insanity has taken over our culture. You know, this emotional manipulation of, well, you can't say that because it might really hurt their feelings, and what they might hurt themselves. You know, it's that's what it is. It's an emotional blackmail, and we can't hope to get to a point where truth prevails in our culture until we're willing to say, I'm not gonna be blackmailed. Okay, for the same reason we don't negotiate with terrorists. This is like an emotional terrorism that they're engaging in. This is.
So what we were saying is, again, you heard what I said, and this is not for this podcast. The thing about with having a social media platform or becoming somebody who has a big influence on the community, you do have to tread carefully on what you say.
Right.
But now I feel like I'm being bullied into treading carefully. And again, you just heard my stance on it, and you heard how deep that was to me.
Right.
And that's still who I am. What I do not like is that when we disagree about something, which I'm allowed to, I am now demonized. I am now being hated, or I am now transphobic. I am now, and I'm like, what? I said what I like.
You just made me think of something.
Go ahead.
So it's the kind of the same thing. Damn, we are unpacking today because it's kind of the same thing when you get upset if someone else spoke on the truth of a trans woman's identity. Because it's like, I'm not a bully because I'm telling you the truth, because she may not tell you the truth. I'm just saying.
Didn't we talk about Gabriella? She was demonized and hated because she was telling the truth. She was telling the truth.
Telling the truth.
She was telling the truth.
Was it her right to tell the truth to people that weren't ready for the truth? And that's what your homeboy is basically debunking the truth. Like, we're not going to play these games.
And we're being blackmailed now. And because
we got to watch our mouths. And I don't want to offend anyone. But when it comes to me as a woman, I feel like when I have to say I'm a cis woman in a corporate,
I ain't saying that shit.
I have to.
I'm a woman.
I literally have to say that I'm a cis woman because you cannot offend. I am not here to offend what you choose to be. I'm not here. But when it's taken away from me, it's not all of the people in the trans community. It is not. It is not all of the people in the trans community. But there are few that stand on the, I say a soapbox and say, I'm a woman. I'm not going to disclose that I'm a trans woman because I am 100% a woman. And you women, because it's an attack on us. It's like, you women just need to y'all intimidated. Y'all,
oh my
jealous.
God, that's what I just
y'all this, y'all that. We're speaking about those people.
You guys are intimidated by us. No,
clear.
we're not. And it's not a dig, but it's just like y'all are like. And again, when I say y'all, because again, I'm being bullied into not
conformity,
saying what I want to say. I'm conforming, to y'all, and it's just like you want us to just easily conform to. You're a woman. Oh, just because I can't have kids don't make me a woman. I can't have kids, but I still have the equipment to have kids. And guess what?
Now you're trans.
She trans, y'all. It's out.
I just told y'all. Bigsexy got a dick, y'all. But no, I actually saw something, and we're not gonna play it because I didn't give him that clip. But he was saying, if you were a first responder or EMT, okay, and somebody who you came on to said, I'm having a miscarriage, and you saw from your own visual eyes that they had a penis, are you really gonna check for the miscarriage?
I'm gonna give him some medication.
I'm gonna check.
Like you're not like.
I'm gonna pretend the same way they pretend, we're pretending.
I know that this is gonna ruffle so many feathers, and I'm so happy that I am banned. I'm not banned, but I am shadow banned on TikTok right now. So my 1 million views ain't there no more. Cause child, y'all would and I wrote this down, and I want to find it, and maybe I hope I find it soon. But I was just simply saying that it makes me sad because somebody who is such a loving person, I love everybody. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with everything. Because if I agreed with everybody, like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I'm a yes man. Like, yes, no, man. Like, I am such a beautiful person to the core of me. That's why I said when I spoke on this, it was so deep to me because I know that they're going to be watching this. We follow each other on social media. I want them to feel proud of me because I've learned so much from them. Right. And that means a lot to me because what I've learned is why I speak the way I speak. It's not safe for them to just come out and say, I was born a man when y'all at motherfucking Cooper's on a motherfucking Wednesday night. Right. It's not. And everybody lit off Henny. I agree. And now you're dead. You understand me? Now the deep-rooted homophobia that got you shot because the motherfucker drunk, and then somebody else a girl come along like, I could have told you that was a dude, and now his his insecurities are eating him alive, and now somebody's dead. If I was a trans woman, that's what would go through my mind. I'm sorry.
I agree. I agree with you.
Khris got something to say. You can see he got something to say.
I feel like it's hard to say that it's a insecurity for a heterosexual black man to feel some type of way about a transgender woman within certain aspects of how we converse and what we do together and stuff like that. I really don't feel like it's an insecurity. I feel like if I get upset that I find out that you're a transgender woman, it's a double-sided insecurity. So that's why I said, like, from the very beginning, it's a conversation that needs to be had because I don't think that it's like the African American community is a really hard community to grow up in, and being a black man in that community, you always have to be tough and
Toxic
taken away. And it is toxic, but taken away or threatening that masculinity, which is something that we built up our whole entire lives. Like, you had to prove that you were a man when we were growing up. Like, you couldn't just say I was one. Like, you gotta, even when we were growing up, like, you're not a man yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta earn the right to be.
But Chris, can I ask you?
Like,
can
you know
I
what
ask
I'm
you
saying?
this?
So
I want to go
after
deep.
all of that time, I get it and I hear you. And after all of that time, just like the trans community has battled with the situation of, you know, being within the wrong body. Black men have been battling the fact that we have to be tough every single day, all of our whole entire lives. Like,
So because you had to, you know, not play that you were tough, you had to show that you were tough. I really want to ask you this, because I think that this is something that I really want to know, and I think I could get my answer, because I have so many people that are what is it called? Not transphobic.
Well, what are you in?
Gay. What is it when you're gay and you're homophobic?
Homophobic.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Why does
transphobic
being
in
gay?
this sense.
Why does being gay for you feel so emasculating? Why does it like, if you were to be gay, would you not feel like a man if you were gay?
well, I'm not gay. Let's
I
start
know
there.
we know you're not gay, but why? So, because I'm listening to what you're saying, I am listening to what you're saying, and you said that we are supposed to be so strong because we're black. So
But
I knew
even gay black men have to be strong though.
Okay, I love that.
Like, a lot of my gay, and I shout out to all of my gay male friends that you know, I went to college with and everything. Like, when you look back at their high school pictures in comparison to who they were in college, like, they were wearing a mask for real because they had to up until the point in time.
I agree with you. I think even the gay black men actually went through it even more than like, black men go through it enough, the black community, but a gay black man, I think, really had to hide. And I don't think y'all know what that does to somebody, to have to hide who you are, not out of fear of your family. Like, my cousin kept it a secret because I come from a Spanish family and a church family. He was genuinely scared. And still to this day, I'm going to be honest with you. My family, my mom will say it, like, you know, she doesn't understand it. They're older. She don't understand it. She still loves my cousin, but they don't understand it.
I have an Aunt Kelly, aka my Uncle Bernard. As long as I can remember, I met my Aunt Kelly when I was 13. It's my family in Baltimore. I met them when I was like 13, 14. Mm-hmm. He's always identified as a woman. Okay. He'll tell you that. But for some reason, my grandma will not accept. She calls him Bernard.
You know how old
she said she's going to, if God forbid, if he passes before her, she's going to put him in a suit. Aww. Like, it's just great. Everybody else calls him Kelly. He's Aunt Kelly. He's
that older generation.
His husband comes around. It's just like, it's just
that older.
It's disrespectful.
Well, my cousins. This is a big family, and so he has all brothers and sisters and his dad. And we're just a loving family. Like, we're just a loving family. But again, we still got them gay jokes, and we still, you know what I'm saying? Like, God, and I'm not going
to change my jokes because that's who.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not doing that.
Like,
I will.
I'm
gonna change my jokes because I wouldn't want nobody making fun of where I'm at. You know what I mean? My path.
This is what I'm saying about being conformed into who the fuck we've been our whole. Right. My family bid. We bid. Like, my nephew gave me a shot of water. My sister was like, it was giving a Tic Tac to a whale, and we always laughing at the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
don't make it right though.
It doesn't make it right, but we grew up with bidded in our family. Why you think I don't give a fuck? I've been bidded. Like, my family got me ready for this shit. Do you understand me? Like, it doesn't make it right.
Is joking with you and laughing with you besides laughing at you.
And guess what? They could be laughing at me, and I find out maybe 10 years from now I shouldn't fuck with them. But for now, this shit I don't give a fuck.
I'm about to say, I hear you all. Any joke where you're, whether it's funny or not, this is just my view on it. Yeah. Rather, if you're making fun of something that I identify as, or that is part of a trait that I cannot, that's absolutely different from someone that I take, it's not funny. Like, that's just point blank. I don't think it's funny. Like, we do it, but that's like, as we grow, we learn.
And Britt, me and you though, can I bro with you? Sometimes, so when I'm in a bad mood or I'm over it, I will say, and they know that though. My family knows it. And I'm gonna be real with you. Even when she said that, I didn't laugh only because I just didn't feel like laughing.
Right.
Like I was fucking my food up. Like I was like, okay, bitch, joke. But there are times where I'm just like, all right, with the fat
Yeah,
jokes.
like all
this
right.
shit corny.
But
this shit corny.
because you allowed it. It's kind of like a relationship.
Who else
It's like
grew
a
up in the
relationship.
family that jokes
We
and the
all
jokes
did.
went too fucking far?
We all
all
did.
did.
Everybody.
But now it's called trauma. And,
Right.
and now we're going to therapy.
So to eliminate
Everybody's
that,
so
Right.
fucking sensitive.
so
now.
to eliminate
they
that,
sensitive. Everybody's sensitive.
like now we're in therapy and I'm just like, fuck, damn, I was being traumatized my whole life. I kind of thought some of the shit was funny.
So
but
just to tie it back into what you were saying, you have 3 different categories. You have homophobia, you have transphobia, then you have situations that are not considered transphobic. Like for instance, if I am a male, a cis male, and a trans woman comes to me and we're engaged to have sex, and you do not let me know that you are a trans woman, and we go upstairs to the hotel and we about to have sex, and I pull your pants down and I see a penis and I say, oh nah, bro, get the fuck out my room. That does not make me transphobic. And that's what we're talking about. Because no, when I say that, that's the difference. You have transphobia and you have people that have a preference. I don't want to date a man who has a penis. And you should have told me you had a penis.
so I agree with you.
And-
but what
again,
about the men that don't want to date a woman that used to be a man?
Exactly. That
goes
doesn't,
both-
that
it
doesn't
goes
make them
hand in hand.
transphobic.
But I think that the level of reactions is not as wild as when you find out that a female that you're talking to used to be a man.
True.
And again,
Because you feel safe because it's a female.
But and again,
No.
I say this.
No, me.
What?
No, listen to what I'm saying. As a male, like if you were dating if I was a woman, listen, no, I think you don't understand what I mean. I might have said it wrong. If I'm a woman and I'm dating a guy and I find out, let's just use you for example, and I find out you have a vagina.
Okay.
We about to have sex. I'm like, oh, it's a girl. And it's unfortunate how we look at women as frail and fragile and we could take advantage of them. The world we in is trash right now. But I'm saying I'm not going to be as intimidated by a woman with a vagina versus a man with a penis. Like, it's just, men are naturally stronger. Men have natural, you about to say something. That's why I stopped talking. So I wanted you to say what you were saying.
So what you're saying is, this is why I got confused. You guys are saying that if a trans woman has the surgery and no longer has a penis, it's more acceptable to take than finding out that it's a trans woman and she have a penis.
I ain't say that, but now that we're on the subject.
See, now we're going into that.
Yeah, I didn't say that. But
That's where I got. That's what I thought y'all
So-
said. That's why I was like, no, that's not.
I think
okay.
somebody
all
that
right,
goes
cool.
that far, I think that goes down to her and her partner.
Yep.
I think how much do you respect your partner? Because I don't hide anything from my partner.
But how would you
And
know?
if that would ever be something, I say it on the lines
I
of
wanna
like,
see your baby pictures.
Facts.
but
Let me see your mother holding you.
That's
Now,
a fact.
this generation moms is like I knew my son was going to be a girl when he was 3 months. So you can't do that now.
Chris, can I ask you? So if somebody went through the whole entire surgery, you still want? No, I'm not disagreeing with you. You still want to know?
For sure.
Okay, but I think that you have the right to know.
know,
But this
yeah.
is my thing though, and the same thing that women go through where we date the wrong men. These women are going to find the right man for them that is
Yeah.
going to not care about that. But I think on that journey to finding them, I think that honesty is key. I just told you the reason that I'm double downing on what I'm saying is because of out of fear and out of safety for them. That's the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying. If there wasn't a safety issue of them telling their truth, I would be like, no, you better fucking tell. What the hell?
But
Like,
it's a safety issue if they don't tell their truth and someone
it
finds
is,
out.
but it's something that, maybe they want to take their chance on that. I don't know. I don't live that life. I wouldn't know what I would want to do.
Transgender on here and ask them.
I actually would, you know what? That would be somebody, because the ones that I know, I do not think that they are willing to tell the whole entire world. Yet, I think they tell their partners. I do not know. I don't know what they do. So I think that this would be a perfect time to ask whether it's not somebody that I know personally, if you are transgender and you would like to, and I mean a born male turn into a female, I would love for you to come on the panel, and I would love for you to be transparent on here and educate us, please,
Yeah, please.
on your point of view, because the ones that I know, I don't think that they're meaning I don't know now. This is a long time ago, but a long time ago they weren't telling people. So I would love to know that. But I want to dig one more, and this is the question. This is just a question.
Just a little bit.
Just a little question. And then I want to end it here because I think we dug deep enough, but I have to ask this. Mm-hmm. How do we feel about them be able to compete in others? I'm sorry. And I didn't even finish the question. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is my thing.
I blame Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna leave it right
Hold
there.
the fuck up! Goddamn, I'm so sorry. I feel like, but
But
is
there's
so
no
deep to me.
shade. No shade. But it's
There
just
has
like,
been women that have been women for 45, 55, 65 years. And this, I don't like her. So, and I'm respectful enough to
Caitlyn
call her
Jenner?
a her.
Yeah, I mean,
I
she's
love
her.
me some Bruce, though.
That's Caitlyn.
Bruce, that was my man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Caitlyn's way more entertaining though.
Yo, Bruce.
So what's the difference though?
Oh no, so if you watch the Kardashians, I am a Kardashian lover.
Same.
I know a lot of people don't like the Kardashians.
I like 'em.
But I love them. I think that
I
they
love
are
'em.
just, they are dealing with the cards that God dealt them and they fucking playing the shit out them bitches and they playing the shit out of us at the same time. But anyway, they're winning. But anyway, I love them. But anyway, so if you watch the show, Bruce was just so, I don't know. I loved Bruce Jenner.
Bruce was Bruce, and then he transitioned after
to fucking Caitlyn, and he's fucking terrible.
No, I
but-
just mean, my question was more like aimed towards why you don't like why do you don't like him?
So when he first transitioned, they named him Woman of the Year on
It was a big one.
We are gonna find it and we are gonna give
Woman of the
Wesley
Year.
and he's gonna put it in there. He was shit. See, and that's where. And again, somebody would be like, "Oh, here you go. You're really transphobic. I caught it. You called him a he." And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm
He
talking
transgender.
God damn it.
He trans before our eyes.
And midlife crisis.
Because
First of all-
there's two identities. There was Bruce, and then there was Caitlyn.
First of all, you trying to figure your shit out, and I'm trying to figure this shit out over here. So let's just be fucking nice to each other. That's my whole point of all this shit. Let's be fucking nice to each other. Y'all transitioning, and I gotta transition into all this bullshit too. So be fucking nice to everybody. I'm fucking tired.
I
I'm
like that.
scared.
Be kind.
I'm so
Yeah, for
fucking
sure.
scared
Just be kind.
of saying, can I get her as my waiter or him as my
You
waiter?
can't. You gotta
can't.
ask their name.
And then,
You
hey,
can't.
sir, bitch, everybody's fucking bro if you come in my life.
That's
bro,
what I'm saying. But bro is universal. We have to
is
say bro is universal. Like,
And let me-
everybody could be a bro.
Thank you. Can we, let's just do
Just
that.
like bitch.
For bitch and bro is fucking universal. Universal, because I will definitely be talking to my homie that ain't gay, and I done talk to my bitches all day, and I'm like, bitch, guess fucking what?
Same. It happens.
That's not cool.
I'm not
I just
saying
wanna
it's
let y'all
cool,
know
and
that.
I
I
will.
do catch myself.
Yeah,
I be like,
I'll be like,
"Oop,
oh,
my bad."
My
That's
bad,
not
bro.
cool. I'm
But
just
we
letting
do
y'all know.
it.
But I want to end that here. We are all transitioning at this point. Can we agree that we're all transitioning?
We're
at this
learning.
point? We're adapting
growing.
to all this new verbiage. We are adapting to whatever you guys are comfortable with at this point. I think that people are taking it too far, but that goes with anything in life. Everything that we talk about on this panel, shit be going too far, and then people be chill with it. There is people that are chill. I was born a man. I'm a girl now. I am not, if we talk about it, I was born, and they cool with it. I'm not trying to be a woman fully. I'm not trying to take that away from you. And then there's people that's taking it too fucking far. And now we living in a fucking delusion. And if we don't live in a delusion, they want to call us transphobic.
I said
can
there's
call
a
me-
difference between transphobia.
You can call me whatever you
and
want.
I'm gonna do me.
As long as you know, hold up, and I'm gonna be so smart ass. You can call me whatever you want. Just know that I was born a woman. And that's really sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. And I took a shot because, the delusions is wild at this point.
Just love
But-
everybody.
Yeah, I was
Treat
about to say that. Everybody love
kindly.
everybody. Everybody stay out of everybody's
Everybody
business.
business.
You
Yeah.
do you,
And if you
I'ma
do you,
do me.
but
And
everybody
if you
also
do.
be safe too.
Yes.
Like make good decisions about the way that you communicate with the
Yes.
people that you're trying to communicate with. For real,
Perfect.
for real.
So
Perfect way to
we're
end
gonna go into overtime today because I have something I really want to talk about, and it was really heavy on my mind.
Okay.
And so if you do not know about Shanquella Robinson, I'm gonna give you just a brief story about Shanquella Robinson. Shanquella Robinson went on a trip to Mexico 6 months ago with a group of friends, and during that
Quote,
trip,
unquote.
I'm sorry, yeah, let's do that, air quotes, a group of friends. And during that trip, she posted a video and she was really happy. You could tell she was like hyping everybody up, like, come on, guys, everybody put in their bathing suits. Let's go to the, like whatever. And then the next
They
clip,
were dry as shit.
They was dry. Like, she's walking in the room like mad hype,
on,
like,
y'all, let's
yeah,
get
come on, let's get her, put our bathing suits on, like, da-da-da-da. And they was just like, and anyway, come to find out the girl was only 25 years old, and that really, really hurt my heart. But the next clip that we got was one of the girlfriends that was on a trip
was dragging her, beating her up.
Okay.
beat her.
She was naked.
She was naked. They were beating her.
Yeah, I didn't.
When the autopsy came back, they broke her spine, right?
I think so.
They broke her spine.
So she died.
And and you hear them in the background saying, "Fight back!" Or like you is.
This is friends. This is a group of friends.
friends.
That went on a trip.
she's deceased, correct?
Yeah,
She died. She died. She there was I don't want to, and don't quote me. I'll maybe put it in there or whatever. You guys can do your research. Shanquella Robinson. Because I don't want to be held liable for something I didn't know about. But she did have I think a spinal injury. Like they broke her back or her neck or something like that. Well, anyway, she passed away. So they came home. They flew home, and
they didn't tell her parents until she came home, and they took the luggage to the parents and let them know. No one called the parents.
To tell her she was dead?
Exactly.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. They took the luggage to the parents. They did not let her know.
So they
she was
didn't. So
dead.
what did they say when they dropped the luggage
What
off?
did they
There
say?
was no girl.
I think they said that she had to go to the hospital or something. They said liquor poisoning. That she was.
That was what it happened 6 months
the
ago.
reason.
Oh, okay.
The reason that we're bringing it up, and I don't want to be why you talking about something you don't know about. This shit happened 6 months ago, but today we found out that they are actually not pressing any charges against this group of people. It was about six. It was male, females. They was recording. It was a bunch of people recording. She was getting her ass beat. They was recording it.
Different angles.
So today we found out that they are not pressing any charges.
Well, what was the cause? The official cause? I'm asking because what's
the official
A
cause?
neck or
Yeah.
spinal injury.
So it was due
Her neck
to.
was
It wasn't from the
fight.
liquor.
So it was due to the
Yeah.
the
It
fight.
hurt
Okay.
more than one person for her that night.
Wow. Okay.
It was
Yeah,
bad.
and they would they flung her like a rag doll, like flinging her body hitting like the side of the bed and the floor and shit.
So if you do not know about Shanquella Robinson, this
And some
would
of
be
them
a
were
perfect
men
time to
and
go,
her were trans as well. So they have body, strength that.
It was a lot. It was very sad. So
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up because when it first happened, it really hurt me because when you see the video and she looks so happy, like she looked so happy, unbeknownst to her, these people really didn't like her. They really wasn't fucking with her. And sometimes we choose a good time over.
If you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me.
But sometimes, and I am actually somebody who dealt with this before. I had somebody in my life that, when I first met them, it was they loved me and everything was cool and we became friends. But I always saw little things that I'm like, she don't really like me.
you got to pay attention.
And
to that.
you do. But at that moment in my life, I was so worried about going out, and she was like my party friend. Like anytime I knew if I was ready to go out, I done burped. Ooh. Anyway, when I was ready to go out, she was ready to go out. She was my party friend, and she was really fun. But it got to a point where it wasn't fun anymore, and I actually did excuse myself from the situation. That's how bad it got, because I really sensed like, you really don't like me. She didn't like the way people wore towards me, because everywhere I go, especially when I go out, this is pre-pandemic, people know me. It's just what it is. Oh my God, Bigsexy, da 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 da. And I feel like people that are around me, whether you're my partner, whether you're my friend, you need to be okay with that. And you need to, if I ask you to take a picture of me and this person, I think that you should just take the picture of me and this person, right? Just.
I mean, I got a picture limit, so I
No, but just like as an adult now,
wisely.
pre-pandemic.
I got a picture limit. It'd
Even
be like, I ain't
people-
gonna be
people are
photo
more-
star out this bitch.
No, but people are more respectable. But it was just certain things. So
Okay.
Anyway, I say this to say is that it ended with 2020. I decided to be around this girl for a whole entire weekend, and it ended with me getting into a fight, which will tie into the gay situation. She wanted me to No, I'm sorry. It was pandemic, so we was done our bottle. My two gay clients, which are now, they've been my babies I've been doing their Halloween makeup. Everybody know Keymonte and Austin. We already know who Keymonte and Austin are. But I do their makeup every year, and they're my babies. They're younger than me. But we ended up being running out of alcohol. We ran to South Philly, to the projects in South Philly.
Shout out to the P.
Oh my God. But these, mind you, I lived across the street from the projects for 5 years. Like, it is not that deep. And I've been in North Philly since forever. These motherfucking projects are a little different. And I am very big on, if I'm not comfortable, I'm not comfortable. I don't give a fuck about looking cool to nobody. Like, I don't give a fuck. I was uncomfortable. And I'm like, all right,
What
well,
project was? I'm just curious.
fucking the bottom of
Wilson?
Wilson Project.
Okay. That's the only one. It's the only one left. That's the only one.
Wilson fucking Projects. Lord Jesus. I was like, well, I'm going to get my double shot and I'm going to go sit in the car and wait for y'all. to
Wilson
get
is so sweet. But I'm from the P, so it's
Okay,
different.
so you
It's
from the P,
different.
and I'm more in North Philly. Like
Right.
I
wouldn't
more in North Philly.
step foot in a North Philly.
See, and that's crazy to me
Project.
because
I
North
feel so safe.
what?
Y'all
And
so
everybody,
close.
shout out to
I'm
North
not going-
Philly.
I'm not
shout out
going- I'm not
10th
going to the
Street.
P.
Like, shout out, everybody know me from North Philly. Y'all already know I am at home when I'm in North Philly. I don't know why people feel uncomfortable in North Philly.
Have you seen North Philly? Not the gentrified North Philly.
I don't care. I love North Philly. But to
Ugh.
make this story short, because
Shots fired.
I gotta see if you're my cousin or not because
Long
that
story
was
short,
terrible.
Shout out to Wes.
period.
Shout out to Wes.
So long story short, because we have to wrap up here.
Okay.
This long story short, we went there. We got shots. We went in the car. So my girlfriend was very, you get drunk, you get lit, you want to talk to boys. I ain't talking to no boys in fucking Wilson Projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even talk to motherfuckers across the street where I live. You know what I'm saying? We cool. Like, so she got mad at my gay friend because my gay friend declined on walking her across the street to a bunch of boys across the street. The corner boys. Corner boys.
Why the fuck would she want him to walk over to a bunch of
The
boys?
reason I wanted to tell this story, mind you, I did not talk about this before I started this. They do not know what the fuck I was about to say.
No, but I'm
You
curious.
wanted a gay man to walk you across the street to a bunch of straight boys at 1 o'clock in the morning at the Wilson Projects. And he told you, fuck no.
Easy on Wilson Projects now.
Walk your ass across. If you
No.
If you want to, thank you. So mind you, I don't know what's going on because I'm in the car ready to go. The fucking car is on. I'm ready to go.
And drive.
Yes, I got my shots. Let's be out of here. We back on 95 with it. So they get in the car and they like bickering back and forth. I'm like, what's going on? And she was like, oh well, da 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 da. And she's talking to me. She's like, oh, yo, you're scary ass sitting in this fucking car. Aren't you Miss North Philly? Miss North Philly?
Oh.
Like, oh, bitch, but you so scared here? Like, she's coming for me crazy. And the reason I'm bringing this story up is because people only saw, well, we're going to end this story.
Mm-hmm.
We get in the car, and I'm telling her, he shouldn't have walked across the street with you. You gonna put that man's life in danger because
Right.
these motherfuckers
Like, what
is
the fuck you
straight.
coming over here for?
I called a girl over. What you bringing this gay motherfucker with you
Yeah.
for? And guys, I'm talking how I talk, and I know y'all gonna be like, God damn.
No, that's what
What
happened.
you
You
bringing
telling
this
the
gay-
story.
What you doing?
Yeah.
So no, I told my friend, no, you shouldn't have walked across the street with her. Like what? So she's coming at me, Miss North Philly, Miss I'm this, I'm that. I kicked this bitch out my car off of 95 on Huntington in the Park.
On the
During the
expressway?
pandemic. We got off of the expressway, Huntington in the Park. I kicked the bitch out my car.
What?
Because the bitch is talking a bunch of shit to me. And you're talking shit to my friend because he didn't want to walk across the street. So this ends with, she walked from Huntington Park. I lived on 10th and Cumberland at this point.
Damn.
Sorry. Should have shut the fuck up. But anyway, she gets to my house. I'm not a mean person. She had to use the bathroom. I bet you do.
Wait, you let her in?
Listen.
Wait
I
a minute.
would've beat your ass.
Wait a minute.
And
No,
what I
hold on.
said,
Beat your ass if you
and,
let me
revert,
in.
and go back to Miss Shanquella. Sometimes we really just be so nice. And again, when I tell people the story of what really
that's
happened
some
versus
shit.
what
I
they
ain't
saw
letting
on
fuck
Instagram,
you, bitch.
Wait. Wait.
Yeah, run it back.
So you let her into your house.
You let her in.
After
She
you
just
let her
walked
out the
home.
car on 95.
yeah.
Did you really think in her mind like
But
a
this is
person
the
like
thing.
me would think that somebody showing up to my house after I let them
Why
out
did
on
they- her car
95,
was
they
there.
come
Her
to
car was
rumble.
there.
Oh, okay. She
Oh,
had to
yeah.
get her
Oh,
car.
her car was there.
outside, you
Oh,
But you let her in the P. Bitch, get in your car and go
I-
So
home.
her car was
They
there
can
and
pee
her
outside.
keys were in my house.
I'd have
Okay.
put him in- I'd have put him in the
I would put him on the
car.
steps.
We actually
about
never
to
went
say,
in the
you got
house.
there
We
first.
came. It was pandemic. We sat
you
right
could
on
have
the
set
stoop
this
and
up
was chilling.
perfectly.
Anyway, long story short,
I'd have had the keys with me.
she was cool. She went and got her shit and she came back out.
Okay.
She out of pocket.
So what happened was my friends at the they were more of my clients and they were like,
You're
you
not
know,
from
they,
North
like
Philly anymore.
Hold on,
we're,
this is
we're,
good.
we're chilling, you know, whatever. I don't know why the boy decided that he wanted to apologize to her. Come and find out, he was like, Nina, this is your friend. I thought that I got y'all fighting. You kicked her out there. Like he thought like he fucked some shit up with
Okay.
her friend.
That's fair.
So
Okay.
he goes to apologize to her. And I'm going, what the fuck you apologizing? Why are you apologizing to her? Like, you didn't have to apologize. You shouldn't have walked. You shouldn't have walked across.
You didn't hear the story about
They
the
had
2
to go
shots?
get
They
the
had to go
shots
get
'cause
the
they
liquor
ran out
because
of
they
the
had ran
bottle.
out the
This is a
liquor.
bunch of drunken thoughts. Okay.
Exactly. I'm like, why are you apologizing to her? So she gets very, very enraged.
But I agree.
Now,
like, why
mind
are
you, and I'm about to
apologizing?
tell the part of the story where people were like, "Oh, you deserved what you got."
Okay, let me hear it.
Guys,
I would've signed-
I've been stopped hanging around with her. I have actually walked home before getting out of an Uber because they were attacking me. Her and another girl were starting to attack me at the same time.
Oh.
Like, it's getting bad. That's why I just stopped chilling with them.
Okay.
And that weekend, we chilled that whole weekend. It was pandemic. You know,
It was
people
lit.
are bored.
People change.
And
One
people
that
be
could pick
around
up,
people
yeah.
you're not supposed to. So, mind you, you done verbally abused me now for a while. I wasn't around you for a long time because I chose to remove myself from the situation. Now we are here with each other for this whole weekend. And I really remembered, you fucking hate me. Like, you hate me. Like, you literally need help. So we start arguing, going back and forth. Now, mind you, I take accountability for me being drunk and saying what I said next.
Wait, what you say?
I said, you angry like your mom. There we go. And that's where we're like, you deserve to get punched in your fucking face.
I mean, did she disclose
but this is my thing. Y'all put so much on that mom shit. My mom is the most fucking respectable woman ever. You couldn't say shit about my fucking mom and that shit would bother me. I'm a grown fucking woman and ain't nothing wrong with my fucking mom.
But was
so
her
there's
mom
nothing.
angry?
I don't know. I don't know her fucking mom.
it was just a random
Yeah, like, I don't even know your fucking mom, but you done pissed me off to the point I'm fucking irritated at this point.
Oh, I thought she disclosed something private with you.
No, I don't know about her mom.
Okay, then I take back my.
I never even met her mother. So
Yeah, if it was something like she
guys,
told you a
it was
secret,
on
yeah.
social media, and everybody knew it was on social media. It was talked about for years. She punched me dead in my fucking face.
Oh, I remember that.
My nose was completely bloody from one punch. I think I was drunk at that point, but I just wanted her to go away, and then people were like, "Why didn't you fight back?"
Nina, I love you. I would have punched you too, dead square in
And
your
that-
fucking face.
there you go.
For letting me out on 95.
Oh, so not about the mom.
No, I would have punched you as soon as you opened the door. That shit would have been like Marvel.
But you're not taking accountability for how disrespectful you were, though.
No, you let me out on 95.
Yeah, no, I don't care. You're cursing at me. You're cursing
95.
at my friend, and we're going home.
Can you finish the story? Why didn't you swing back again?
Oh, you didn't?
I think that we like tussled, but I just think I was just like, I was already done with her previous to this weekend of us chilling. I already excluded her out my life. We were bored and we decided to chill that weekend. You ever been in a situation where you're just like, because I used to be drunk and getting fights. I'm not a fighter, but get me drunk and I'm fighting somebody just on dumb shit. And I'm big, so I just throw my weight.
Not no
I'm
more,
crazy.
right?
No, that's shit not for me. Like, it's just not. So I think when she finally hit me, all I saw, and this is all ties into Shanquella Robinson, she been wanting to hit me.
Okay.
She been not liking me.
I can see that.
And that was my whole point of this story, and that's why I told this story. That girl was forming a hate for me that came from her own insecurities. When somebody hates you like that for no reason, I don't know Shanquella, I don't know what she did to these people. There was a whole point. People will really hate you for reasons that you have no idea.
That's fair.
For me, I am really who I say I am. People love me. And I'm just me. I don't portray anybody else other than me. I'm just a nice person. You know, when you go places, you will. If we ever go out with each other, you was out with me the other day.
Drinks was
But
plentiful.
people knew me.
know
And
you,
people
yeah.
said hello and came up to me, and I've been out the big side. You have to watch who you hang out with
That's
when
facts.
you have a presence like us and
Yeah.
you know, like
That's
me.
facts.
You have to genuinely watch the energy that you keep around, because I'm gonna be real with you. If my friends weren't there to stop it, I remember because I didn't know I was bleeding. Right when she hit me, you know, you hit right here. It's just
No, the nose do that.
I was
Noses do
gushing
that.
blood. I had went on live. We was all drunk. I was literally, and I didn't know I thought I was sweating, and my gay friends had turned around and they was like, Bigsexy, oh my God, like you're bleeding. And she's like, yeah, bitch, I made you fucking bleed. Like they were like, go home. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I don't care how drunk you are. And that's where me and you were probably like that. I don't care how drunk you are. I don't give a fuck what I did to you.
Right.
You asked for it. You're disrespecting somebody. You're cursing somebody out because you wanted them to risk their life to walk your dumb ass across the street to talk to some straight boys. And then you want to talk shit to the person who's driving the car?
But here's
to take you to fuck back home, and you're mad because I kicked you out.
But here's the
you're not
lesson.
taking accountability
Of
for
the-
how ignorant you are.
So let's take accountability for the discernment of when she showed you the first couple times. Remember how we always say, Nita, she learns lessons
And
the
thank
hard
you.
way.
And thank
She
you.
learns lessons the hard way. You shouldn't have even.
You're not saying nothing wrong.
You wouldn't have been in my house. Them keys would have been hanging on
And
the
this
tree.
is where we're ending it. You guys need to really take accountability for who you are allowing around you and what you're allowing,
Amen.
and then making excuses because you love them, or they're
Yes.
this, or they're
Yes.
that, or they would never
I don't
hurt
care
me.
no more. My
They
family
will-
can go. My friends can
Mama
go.
Yes,
go, daddy
I
could
gotta
go.
keep these chakras in alignment. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody
These
could
12
go.
things,
My
you feel
family
me?
knows that. I don't like, like I'm being
Andre
funny with my
3000.
whole family situation because that's not a topic that I choose to fully disclose at any time soon. My family knows where they are with me, and they tread carefully with me because I'm healing and I want more for me. So they know what to say to me.
I feel that.
And they know when I get that face, and my mom will be like,
And the fuck
Nina is about
I'm going through
Natalie don't
this
play with me. That's my mama.
exact stage.
and it don't, I'm sorry. And it doesn't matter. So we do have to go to our sponsor. It does not matter who this person is to you. You know that. Get them people away from your life, because it don't matter if they're your mom, your sister, your brother. They will hurt you. Whether they'll hurt you mentally or physically, they will hurt you. So we are going into our sponsors today.
It was heavy today.
I'm sorry, y'all.
It's
We went
heavy.
in. I didn't even.
Best of luck with you and your mom. No, I don't know how this going. I can't stand my mom.
Yeah,
Let's pray for Nita and her. Let's pray for Nita's mom.
Sometimes you
Love
gotta
you,
like
Nita.
you. Sometimes you gotta.
Am I
get
gonna
rid
get
of
in
your
trouble?
mom.
Is she gonna fight me?
All right.
trying to fight me. So what the fuck?
Oh my God! Like, Mama, Nita's mom, I love you. I'm sorry.
She ain't probably gonna watch.
All right, so we are going into our sponsors, y'all. I'm sorry. This
many
was so
cats you
deep.
got?
We had to go there.
How many cats is in here?
7. So I was gonna sue.
Glad I took an allergy pill today.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
I
guys,
forgot.
y'all, we went in, y'all. I'm so sorry. So guys, as we know, we are sponsored by Ava's Farms. Ava's Farms is a produce store that provides fresh fruits and vegetables to the community. Not only do they offer delicious and healthy produce, they also offer free food through USD programming. So guys, if you go into Ava's Farms, located at 2343 North Front Street, on one side of the store, it is all free produce. All free produce, milk, eggs, bacon, sausage, all that. You can get all that for free. And the other side, of course, is the store. You can get fresh juices. You can get other produce that you do have to pay for. But what I love about Ava's Farm is that you can actually go onto the app. And for me, ever since the pandemic, I don't go grocery shopping anymore. Don't know about you?
Instacart.
I'm okay. I think that is I'm okay with it. So I'm an Instacart. I am a Amazon Prime girl. Deliver my groceries to my front step. So what I like is that you can also be a part of that community, and you can use your EBT card with Ava's Farms, and you could get free grocery delivery in the city of Philadelphia. You know them service taxes is crazy on Instacart, but I call that, Lord Jesus, I call that my gas money, and I call that my sanity money when I pay those little extra fees of not standing in line. Also, guys, we are also sponsored by Kensington Capital Group, which is a non-emergency medical transportation company that offers free rides to Medicaid, Medicare, and EBT members to go grocery shopping. So, guys, if you have a elderly mother, an aunt, a cousin that needs a ride to their next appointment, that needs to go to the grocery store, I really wish that you would go with Kensington Capital. And please, please, please go to Ava's Farms. They have amazing fresh juices and the produce. And did I mention that it was free? One side of the store is free, and you can order. You can download the app right now, Ava's Farms, and you can start shopping right now. So that is our sponsorship. Guys, today, wow,
Spicy.
I was not expecting that today. I'm going to be real. I wore my real hair. We was getting real.
Gotta keep it real with the real hair.
Yep.
Right? I think the real hair brought on the real shit.
You. Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Be who you are.
This real raggedy ass hair done brought out the real shit, y'all. Well, we won't have this real hair for long because I don't play with my real hair. I'm getting braids next week from Miami. But anyway, y'all, we had such a good time. We ran overtime. I'm sorry, guys. And everybody want to say bye together? Bye. Bye.
I'm gonna speak to y'all later.
Okay.
No bye.
Sexy
No bye.
couch.
Ba-da-ba-ba-boo.
Shout out to everybody.
I'm chubby, you love me. me. If you get me, then you lucky. I love it when you call me big sexy.